Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're really getting into it, dissecting the strategic blueprint for taking a side hustle,
Yeah.
the initial idea, and turning it into a real six-figure business. We've got a whole stack of guides, success stories, and some pretty detailed reports to unpack.
Exactly. And our goal here isn't just to list tips. It's about distilling those core insights, right? To show that this journey, well, it's not usually about one viral hit or some magic hack. It's much more deliberate. A disciplined process, actually, requires a big mindset shift from just doing a hobby to really owning a strategic business. It's quite an evolution.
That mindset shift, yeah, that sounds absolutely key. So where do we even begin applying that? Let's start right there. Architecting the actual business idea. We need to look at why some ideas just seem built to scale up, like digital products, maybe content creation, or selling curated products like dropshipping. While others, maybe like traditional freelancing, they often just hit a ceiling unless they change fundamentally. That example you mentioned, the e-bikes for hunters, that's wild. $3 million from focusing that specifically.
It really is, and it highlights just how powerful finding that niche can be. But what's fascinating and crucial really is that next step, rigorous idea validation.
Okay. So not just having the idea, but really testing it.
Precisely. Before you commit serious time, serious money, you've got to test that core assumption. Treat it almost like a science experiment, Minimal investment first.
It makes sense. What does that look like in practice?
Well, it involves deep market research, like really understanding customer pain points. What problems are they actively trying to solve?
Okay.
And then defining your unique value proposition, your UVP.
That's that concise statement, right? Like the Uber example.
Exactly like the Uber example. The smartest way to get around. Clear, powerful, focused on the benefit.
Right. That validation is so important. So you validated, the idea has potential.
Yeah.
What's the absolute must-do foundational step before you even think about customers?
Okay, this is critical. You need to formalize the operation. Seriously. Meaning moving beyond just being a sole proprietor, which can be risky, you really should look at forming an LLC, a limited liability company.
For liability protection.
Yes, critical liability protection. But it's more than just paperwork. It's like a strategic declaration. This is serious now. And that requires practical steps. A dedicated business bank account, separate from personal funds, and getting an employer identification number and EIN. Your business's tax ID, basically.
Okay, got it. Legal structure, separate finances.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So we zoom out a bit, scaling up to six figures. It really hinges on mastering the money side, doesn't it?
100%. It's all about the financial engine. Strategic pricing, knowing your profit margins inside out, disciplined cash flow management, all vital, but the single most powerful accelerator, the thing that really fuels growth.
What's that?
It's the disciplined, strategic reinvestment of profits.
A reinvestment.
And we're talking a significant chunk, sometimes 50, even 70% plowed right back into the business, not just taking it out as income.
Wow, 50 to 70%. That sounds huge, especially early on. I imagine the temptation is just to pull that cash out.
It is tempting, but this is the accelerator precisely because it fuels compound growth. It's exponential.
How so?
Because that reinvested money isn't just sitting there. It powers investment in high return areas. Think targeted marketing, better technology, and crucially, automation.
Automation. That's the key to getting out of the weeds, isn't it?
Exactly. It allows you to shift from being the doer of every single task.
Which totally caps your time and income.
Right. To becoming the builder of systems that execute those tasks for you. You break free from just trading hours for money.
So like those specialized dropshipping tools that handle orders, inventory, or email platforms that nurture leads automatically.
Precisely those kinds of things. That's where the real leverage comes from. Building assets that work without your constant manual input, which, brings up a really important question. When do you make that leap? From side hustle to your full-time thing?
Yeah, that's a big one. How do you know?
Well, it has to be a calculated risk, definitely not an impulse decision. The financial test isn't just, does it replace my salary? It's tougher. You need a solid emergency fund, actually a dual one.
Dual, meaning?
One for your personal living expenses and another separate one just for the business's operating costs, a cushion for both.
Okay, that makes sense. Buffer for both sides.
And you need to ensure the business isn't fragile. Diversified income streams help. Robust systems in place are essential, so it doesn't just collapse if you step away for a day.
So, wrapping this all up for you, our listener, what does this really mean? That six-figure goal? Maybe not the real goal. It's more like the outcome, the byproduct of doing something else really well.
Exactly. It comes from mastering the art and the science of building something truly valuable, which means relentlessly focusing on giving genuine, exceptional value to an audience you deeply understand.
It really is a journey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Continuous learning, disciplined execution. Lots to think about there as you consider your own next big step.